What it do, Taurus gang? How y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. You're tuned in for your 10-day forecast from the 11th through to the 20th. We're going to be focusing on love this week, Taurus. And without further ado, I'm going to get up into your message. So I will be using traditional tarot and a singles and relationship oracle to break down your message for the middle of October from the 11th through to the 20th. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, Taurus. So like I said, let's get up into this message. Let's see what's going on with your love life. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Taurus collective. I'm going to pull 10 cards, 5 from the tarot and 5 from the singles and relationship oracle, and clarify as needed. All right, I hope all is well with you guys. We're going to get up into your message. Let's see what we have for my Taurus. How y'all feeling out there? One more fold. I like it. I like it. Okay, Spirit, for my Taurus collective, what do we have in love? What do they need to know from the 11th through to the 20th? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Taurus collective. All right, Taurus. So those are your 5 from the tarot. Let's get up into this relationship and singles oracle deck. See what we have for my Taurus collective. I hope all is well. I've been so busy. I have so many things going on. But, you know, I've been managing, maintaining, and, you know, sticking to the grind. So, okay, Spirit, let's see. What do we have for my Taurus as it relates to love? Tell them what they need to know about their love life. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Spirit. What do we have for my Taurus collective? All right, Taurus. Let's get up into your message from the 11th to the 20th of October. What you need to know as it relates to love. You receive the Page of Cups, the Emperor, Justice, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Hierophant. All right. From the Oracle, you got staying stuck too hard, walking away, playing games, tolerating abuse. All right, so as it relates to this message for love for my Taurus collective, I feel like you want someone to apologize to you. You feel like they owe you an apology. Or you're thinking about giving someone an apology, but your pride won't let you do it because it feels as if, you know, you ready to walk away from something, but you can't. You don't want to leave this undone. Something is undone, Taurus, that you are like, wait a minute, that didn't get resolved like I wanted it to. There was no closure. Something doesn't have closure and it's bothering you. It causes you to revisit, replay conversations, revisit relationships, or entertaining conversation with someone as it relates to a relationship. You just can't let it go. This must be a significant relationship. Like someone either you were married to, were considering marriage with, is something happened and it did not evolve or progress to that next stage like you planned. Yeah, this is significant. Somebody that you were dealing with, you thought this was just going to go all the way, and the brakes were put on abruptly and there was no closure to it. And because there was no closure, you're stuck in this almost place of purgatory with this person as far as being in your energy. You can't shake them. Yeah, just by way of how this emperor is looking at this page of cups, he's giving him the side eye. Like, I should apologize, but I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not apologizing. Your pride. There's somebody has some major pride. I'm picking up fixed sign energy. Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Yeah, you guys. Fixed. This is fixed. Stubborn energy. The other person might feel like you owe them an apology and you guys are at an impasse, but nothing's happening. Somebody is thinking about coming back to say, you know what? I feel like you owe me an apology because ABC 1, 2, 3. If the Taurus doesn't get the apology, it's feeling like you're going to force the conversation for the apology to happen, just so you can see if this person cares enough to apologize, because it feels like enough time has went by to where a level-headed conversation can happen, but it's not, because with staying stuck here, something feels hard to somebody. To say the words, I'm sorry, they much rather walk away. They much rather walk away, throw the baby away with the bathwater, than to apologize. When it's all a game, somebody's playing a game. They're like playing chicken with you. They trying to hold out. And again, if anybody knows a Taurus, they can wait. They got time. They got time today, tomorrow, next week. If they want to do something or not do something, they on their time. And you won't have to tolerate the abuse of that, because you try to rush a Taurus, they moving slower. They will reverse time. I feel like a Taurus know how to make time go backwards if they want to, because that's how much they will dig in their heels and say, no, I'm not going. As a matter of fact, I'm going back. I'm go backwards. And sometimes that's a game that they play. You can play that game and you can lose. You can crap out. And that because you might meet another fixed sign Taurus who can be just as fixed and stubborn, and then nothing happens, and then you just wind up walking away from it. It's a lose-lose now situation. So as it relates to this spread and what I'm picking up in relationship, it seems like this is something you're going to have to sit with and say, is it worth walking away from? It's a decision you're going to have to make, Taurus. What does it mean to you? You know, is your pride worth losing someone this significant in your life? Right? So, because it is a significant relationship with all these major arcanas here. You got the Hierophant, the Emperor, and Justice. Come on, that's all just very rigid energy. Rigid, no room for grace. There's no grace in this whatsoever. So maybe, just maybe, Taurus, I don't know, maybe what you're asking of the other person is a lot, and the rules that you are imposing are too hard. They can't measure up. They feel like they can't get to where you want them to be. So they just be like, forget it. I just walk away because it's too hard to meet Taurus's expectations. You know, I do one thing they ask me to do. That's not good enough. It's feeling like someone feels stuck in a place. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. And they're starting to feel like a Taurus is playing games with them, putting them in that position. And this is a toleration of abuse. That's a form of abuse, to keep someone, especially deliberately, on a hamster wheel. You know you care about this person. You know you love them. You know you would be devastated if you lost them. But you constantly put them in this Page of Cups energy, making them feel small, less than, making them feel like they constantly have to apologize and offer you something to get in your good graces or make nice with you just for you to be nice to them. Again, I'm not trying to trigger nobody. I'm just giving the message as I see it. Maybe it's you. Someone is inflicting or imposing major rules and standards upon you that you just feel like you can't meet, right? Like there's a level of standard here that is difficult for someone to achieve with the other. And because of that, the other is feeling like they should just cut their losses and walk away. So if you, Taurus, are the one imposing this standard, make sure that, you know, you saying, oh, I'm worth it, and you know, my significant other needs to make $1 million, and he or she needs to own a yacht, and these type of material expectations or standards that or ties that you're putting on someone, they can feel like, you know, I'm not doing that. It's too difficult. I'll never be enough for a Taurus. You know, I'll constantly be apologizing if I embark on a life with this Taurus, because this Taurus is so perfect already. They have it all. What do you give someone that has everything? You know? And this Taurus is looking down their nose like, well, why can't you do everything that I do as well as I do it? Well, that person's not there yet, but you love something about them, Taurus. So don't make them feel like shit while they're with you, or make them feel like they have to always aspire to be on this hamster wheel of your approval. Again, it's nothing wrong with standards. Nothing wrong. I'm not telling anyone to get rid of their standards. But based off of this spread, my recommendation would be some grace, especially if partnership is something that you want. a significant partnership like marriage is something I believe that my Taurus collective wants. They want that, you know, and you may need to revisit some of your thought process around how you approach this relationship, because you could have someone heading to the hills with, you know, running for the hills, creating arguments where, you know, you push them away, Taurus, only for you to spin the block on them with this Six of Swords energy, and that creates this toxic circle. So be careful not to get caught up in that, because I'm really picking up on an energy of someone who is like, is a push and pull. It's, I push you away and then I miss you for a couple of days and I give you an apology and I want you back. It's that push pull energy. And maybe you, again, Taurus, are the one on that, you're in that circle with someone where you get close to them and they push you away because they say what you're doing is not good enough, or what you're doing is offensive to them all of a sudden out of the blue, and you just feel stuck like, well, what the hell, what am I gonna do with that? I'm, like I said, damned if I do, damned if I don't. And you don't want to be sitting around just tolerating abuse. No. We're not doing that. My Taurus collective can do better than that. And again, I'm not saying that you are the one doing this, Taurus, but if you are the one on the end where you're delivering to your partner a list of things they must do to maintain partnership with you, just be conscious of how that might make your significant other feel, and how at some point it can exhaust the relationship. And if you love this person and you want them around and you value what they bring to the table, you might want to consider that what you're doing is pushing them away, right? And your intentions could be pure. Like, you could see yourself doing this and saying, no, aTone, I'm making them better. I'm making them level up. I make people level up when they get with me. You know, I make people greater. You got to get to this level if you want to deal with me, right? And that person does aspire to achieve greater, right? And they achieve it. And next thing you know, before the celebration of that thing that they just achieved is even over, you already have out your application for the next thing they need to be ambitious and aspire towards. They give some grace towards. Be conscious of that part of life that is not all material security, right? There's emotional security that you want to obtain as well with a person. So just be conscious of that. I know that when you have more material things, life can be seen as easier. It can be, but that is not what life is made of solely, not even close. It does help create more convenience of this life, but it's not what this life is made of. This life is made, and this life is about relationships, partnering, loving, receiving love, giving love, and knowing how to extend grace is a part of that, Taurus. So again, it's just a message of perspective for you, Taurus, just to give you some perspective, because again, I strongly believe your intentions are pure, and you may feel that too. Like, I'm just wanting this person to do better so we can live this lavish, beautiful life. Who doesn't want that? And yes, we do want that. But that's not the only thing that life is about. And not for nothing, you, Taurus, might just innately be good at supplying the material aspects of your relationship, and that other person brings the human aesthetic, right? That is not necessarily your jam. So the complementing and the combining of the two mesh well together to make a full life. So that's why it's important to just be conscious of how much stock you put in to material things, what these relationship goals say we should be out here. Shape your relationship based on what you want it to be. You can craft your relationship to look however you want it to look, not the masses. So, and that requires you to get your significant other's input, value it, implement it, and go from there. So again, recommendation, not a requirement. So I am going to read the messages on the oracle cards, and then I want to clarify the 6 of Swords in reverse, as well as playing games, because I don't like that. But anyway, staying stuck says you keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. All right. And again, someone who, like I said in that example, you presented them with something that you wanted them to aspire to. They accomplished and achieved that. And then you had the next task or goal in front of them before they could even appreciate what they just set out and did, right? So too much of that will create the thought of someone feeling like they're stuck on a hamster wheel, and when they want something different, they will try something new, like not aspiring to the things that you put in front of them. And then, you know, what kind of problems does that create in the relationship? But too hard, again, this can be stressful when you create this type of air in a relationship. You believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. Like, everything does not have to be a laundry list of things to do. You know, sometimes we can just chill and be. Can we just do that, Taurus? You know, like, do we got a pinky in the brain it every day? Like, I can't, I don't want to do that every day in my relationship. I just want to be with you some days of the week, you know? Can we do that? Anyway, walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. So again, this person, whoever you're dealing with, or again, if this is you, you could be going back and forth between walking away and staying in the middle of October, because you are being exhausted in love as it relates to your partnership with someone. Playing games. You don't need to play games to keep the right one interested in you. So you don't have to set all of these what do you call them, obstacle courses for your partner to run a race and show you that they are worthy of your love. Like, you chose them. They've already won the race. They won the prize, which is you. And they've demonstrated, possibly, probably, that they will do those day in, day out things to maintain your love. But don't make it all about what someone can do for you. Tolerating abuse says any kind of Abuse is not okay. You deserve someone who treats you well. Again, your partner or significant other can be starting to have these thoughts if what I'm saying is true about how you've been presenting and showing up in your relationship, Taurus. If that is the case, again, if this is your message, take with it what you will. Take from it, I'm sorry, what you will. But if it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I mean? You know, take what resonates and leave the rest. But we're going to clarify the Six of Swords in reverse, as well as playing games. And that will be your message, Taurus, for the middle of October. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe as well as share, drop a comment, all of that good stuff. I would love all of that. Do all of that. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's up with this Six of Swords in reverse for my Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's see what's up with the Six of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Okay, Taurus. So the Six of Swords in reverse was clarified by the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands, as well as the Lovers. So this is just saying, like, Taurus, you keep pushing this person away when you know you love them. You know they mean the world to you. Every time you slow down, take a minute, take a beat, and y'all like have time apart, you're sitting around pouting like by yourself. Like you feel victorious for a minute, just for a while though. But you know this is your ace boon coon, your homie, lover, friend. You when time starts to slow down, when you by yourself and them lights go down, you missing them like crazy every time. Every time. So I don't know if this is like a love-hate type of relationship. It's like when you guys are together, y'all might be arguing all the damn time. But let that person not ring your phone for 2 days or more, or an extended period of time. You start getting in your feelings. And you may not understand that. You may feel like this person drives me up a wall. I can't stand when they're around me or when they're in my presence. But you also feel like when they're not there, life just don't feel the same. So there is something about this relationship that is significant to you. You keep pushing this person away, but you often feel like you can't do life when they're not there. And you may not be admitting this to yourself right now. You be like, oh, I'm fine, I don't need them. But when they're not around, things are not as smooth. They're not as organized. You're not as happy. You're not as laughing, joking, smiling. You're not your easy breezy Taurian self. You're disgruntled. You're angry Smurf. And you think that, you know, you're just being stoic. And there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. But your face don't say that, Taurus. You know, your attitude ain't saying that. You miss this person when they're not there, but you keep pushing them away. So that's something to figure out, like why do you continue to push away someone that means so much to you? And I know they do, because the Lovers came out. That's a significant relationship. This is a significant relationship, whatever this is. And you over here playing games. Somebody playing games with somebody that they know. They know they don't want. They know that either my Taurus collective, y'all it. They know y'all it. They know it gets no better than you. You know, but they playing games with it. They can't go too long without you. Somebody is in this energy, whether it's you, Taurus, or the other person. I don't know. Like I said, take it how it resonates, but somebody is gonna lose somebody that's very important if they keep playing these games with them. But all right, let's see what's up with playing games. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is playing games here? For my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Why is playing games here? Who's playing games with my Taurus? I mean, whoever's playing the game, somebody about to find out was really good. Playing games was clarified by the Two of Wands, Hangman in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So whoever playing games, somebody is making a plan to help someone else see things how they see it. Like, for instance, they about to basically flip the switch. Somebody flipped the switch. Somebody said, oh, you want to play? Let me show you how the players play. I'm not only the player, I'm the player president. Somebody flipped the switch, or will flip this switch, and somebody's going to be upset when, you know, it's in reverse. You know, because there ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. That's what this is given with this Hangman in reverse, this Four of Swords here, and this Two of Wands. Somebody's making a plan to flip this game back on the other person. So again, if this is you, Taurus, playing games, be prepared to take it like you dish it. You know, be prepared for somebody to make you reach for greater than what you currently are. And, you know, somebody's going to put it back on you. They're going to run the game that you running, or run the plays that you running. They're going to run them back on you. Or you are going to flip that script on someone else. And when you do, they're going to be putty in your hand. Yeah, somebody is going to be flipping the script in the middle of October. Somebody's going to say, enough is enough. I've tolerated it enough. I was patient enough. I was quiet enough. I gave you everything that you wanted, you know, and that wasn't enough. So holla at me. I'm out. Catch me in traffic. Yeah, they about to flip the script. So if, you know, this is a game that you are playing, or someone is playing with you, oh, like, you know, life is about choices. You do whatever you want at the end of the day, but be prepared to take whatever you dish, because it look like somebody's spinning that block. Somebody's going to turn them tables all the way around. And when they do, whatever perspective that wasn't able to get through to the person before, it will be crystal clear in the future. So if someone was trying to advise you, Taurus, of how you possibly were treating your significant other, your significant other could have been saying, hey, you know, I'm not feeling how you talking to me, how you treating me, or how I'm never feeling like anything that I do is good enough. What can we do about it? And you like, no, that's just me making you better, and you're weak. you know, you dismiss their feelings. Again, insert whatever is going on in your relationship as it relates to just creating a standard for yourself and imposing that standard on someone to the point that you make them feel less than, whatever that is. Grace. You need some grace, because someone is going to show you what it means to have grace. All right? Because sometimes talking is not enough to get through to certain individuals. I'm a hard-headed individual as well. So that means I have to see. Sometimes I don't believe stink unless it's right up under my nose. It's right there. I gotta be like, ooh, it stink. Now I know, because it's actively going on in my life. It's in the front. And potentially that could happen in this situation. And when that happens, just hope that when the light bulb goes off, it's not too late. But that is your message, Taurus. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.